Hi everybody, my name is Gavin Poyer and welcome back. Today we're listening to Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. This is Little Simz. This is probably going to be my album of the year, starting with number 1, Introvert. So right off the bat, this sounds massive. This sounds huge. It feels like I'm gearing up for war. Really good transition there. It feels very appropriate for her. If you haven't heard Gray Area, her 2019 album, I think it's 2019, my personal favorite album of the year.
The kingdom's on fire, the blood of a young Messiah. I see sinners in a church, I see sinners in a church. Sometimes I might be introvert. There's a war inside, I hear battle cries. Mothers burying sons, young boys playing with guns. The devil's a liar, fulfill your wildest desires. We're
just talking about everything straight out the gate. This is gonna be one of those albums that I will need to look over again and again because it's heavy. It's heavy with text.
The fight between the yin and yang's a fight you'll never win. I study humans, that makes me an anthropologist. I'm not into politics, but I know it's dark times. Parts of the world still living in apartheid. Though I should have been a friend when your grandma died. I see the illness, see my aunt laying in her bed. I see her soul rising as her body gets closer to death.
And that was just the first verse of this entire project. Yeah, this is massive. This is massive.
Find a way, I'll find a way. The world's not over. I will make it, don't you cry. God, we just...
So we got Cleo Sol, who is a common collaborator with Little Simz. Check out the song Selfish. Beautiful, beautiful. A great mood.
Internal wounds and I'm not trying to be healed. I sabotage what you're trying to build. Cause the feelings I keep aside, but it's time to reveal.
Right.
I hate the thought of just being a burden. I hate that these conversations are surfaced. Sim's an artist or Sim be the person.
I hate the thought of just being a burden. I hate that these conversations are surfaced. Sim's the artist or Simby the person. Simby is her actual name, if I'm correct. But yeah, like, people only see her on a certain level because, like, they don't know her. They don't know her as a person.
To you I'm smiling, but really I'm hurting. I dedicate my life and gave my heart over 20-something years, left wondering how I even feel, but was it even worth it?
God, and she's extremely relatable too, because you definitely recognize with her that she is a person as well.
Hoping I will fulfill Amy's purpose. Angel said don't let ego be a disturbance. In the demon said motherfucker you earn this. Like they strip you of it.
It feels freeing in a sense. It's like in the middle of like realizing this, you know, don't let your ego be a disturbance. Inner demon said motherfucker you earned this. And she did. She is proving to be one of my favorite artists, without a doubt, and I think one of the best artists that's out right now.
How they talking almost threatening the economy, knocking down communities to re-up on properties. I'm directly affected, it does more than just bother me.
Taking away communities from people, basically, to re-up on properties. These are real things that are happening.
Don't just see what you want to see. My speech ain't involuntary, projecting attention straight from my lungs. I'm a black woman and I'm a proud one. We walking blind, faith not knowing the outcome, but as long as we're unified, then we've already won.
Yeah, she's meant for greater things. I think she will inspire a lot of people. Number 2, Woman.
Niger women got the melanin dripping. L-O-N-D-O-N, city girl living in the back, looking like fire chili pepper. You rubber girl tougher than imperial leather.
What a mood shift. What a mood shift. This is interesting. I like it. I feel like I need to be dressed better, and I feel like I need wine. But I also like her attitude coming into this as well.
Know you wanna live with no one watching how you spend. Got a thing for the finer things and the finer men. Miss Tanzania, she a do or die. Says she wanna know more about the Sukuma tribe.
I'm already losing my mind. And we're not even halfway through the second song.
Woman to woman, I just wanna see you glow. Tell them what's up.
How you go from 0 to 100 and leave the dust behind.
We got Cleo Soul. I'm just surprised you're hearing this too.
And you have beauty and brains, they find it astounding. Why? She been getting it on her own, nigga. Self-made, ain't nobody doing gold digger. Now
I think acting as like an empowerment song for women. What'd she just say? When you have beauty and brains, they find it astounding. Why? She been getting it on her own. Like big corporations or something like that, seeing women as basically like an object, like looking at the beauty before the brain.
real life queen in the flesh, know the crown get heavy, still the bees on your head. Brooklyn ladies, know you hustle on the daily, innovative just like Donna Summer in the 80s. Miss Jamaica understand food for the soul. She get up in the kitchen or she throw down. Ain't nothing without a woman, no.
It's such a mood. It's such a mood too. I like it a lot. You know, you don't hear this often. Or if you do, it's probably not done as good as this.
They feel your soul,
Your style is shine
so ahead of time.
and you know that you fight.
You're so damn fine, girl.
Here's the thing. I hope that she gets nominated for everything. Any award that's ever existed for music, she deserves it, basically.
All I see is black stars and I friggin' love it, yeah, yeah. Time's up, tell the people that we coming, yeah, yeah. Done being in the shadow, going public, yeah, yeah. Don't know how to bear it, how to stomach, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she knows how to work on a beat just, like, flawlessly.
And it just reminds me to call you, but then you never pick up the phone.
We're on to number 3, Two Worlds Apart.
Lady, 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 lady. Know you see the confidence, believe me, I am wavy. I need something deeper, money does not stimulate me. Whether you got mansions or got diamonds in your AP.
She has so much variety. She can have really crazy concentrated flows or have really kind of strange wavy. Wavy is the perfect example of what this sounds like. No, you see no confidence, believe me, I'm wavy. That's what this is.
We was on the front line listening to Kendrick Lamar. Still the same now, we just blow that yaya on our charters. 24s to Aussie just to hang with some koalas.
Kendrick Lamar knows who she is, right? I don't know. I just feel like they need to know who each other are.
Patience, 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 patience. London born and stay girl to international sensation. Cutting through your settings, do not need an invitation.
I like how light sounding her voice is. A little bit seductive, wavy, of course, but almost like a cloud in a sense.
Bougie, 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 bougie. You made her your everything, but she was just a groupie. I got higher standards, don't waste time trying to pursue me.
Bougie, 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 bougie. I'm grooving out. How could you not?
Tanisha held you down, but you want Lucy. Now she kicking up a fuss like Bruce Lee. Okay, if you love me, baby, why'd you want to lose me? You use me, confuse me, accuse me. It's truly a movie.
It's almost like the track kind of slowed down in a sense to put focus on that line. You use me, confuse me, accuse me. It's truly a movie. There's some deeper stuff definitely being said. It seems like a relationship, some sort of relationship, and being torn apart.
You clocked out me while I stay bossing it. What it cost to be this damn hot with it. Who knew love would be so damn toxic? I'm intoxicated, exhilarated, finally moved on. How devastated for you, got my groove on. Meditating too, creating, making innovative moves. Listen up, honey. Never had a penny, now I'm on artist/actor money.
So basically, yeah, I was right in that, like, we're talking about a relationship that was toxic, but now she's she's grooving, she's meditating, she's creating, she's making innovative moves. She's in TV shows. Top Boy? I saw Little Simz in it, and she's fantastic. And it's so exciting to see that she is kind of expanding. She's kind of doing a lot. That's crazy. That's like Hey Ya Outcast effect, where the song sounds super bright and super cool and super groovy and stuff, but the lyrics are a lot more depressive. We're on to number 4. I Love You, I Hate You.
So much I would give my life for this. If the bullet was the beat, I would probably die for this. How many times did I cry for this? I would hate myself if I didn't at least try for this.
That bass line though, anytime there's bass in a song, I lose my gosh dang mind. Probably later on in the album, we're probably gonna get some more bass, and I'm gonna love it. I like the beats though. I like the beats. I think they're well crafted, well chosen, specifically for Little Simz, and it works so freaking well.
That stake is bigger than me. Blood, tears, how it stains, can't rid it with ease. What we have in common is our pain. We're given the keys to unlock what it takes to fight for what we believe in. Hard to confront the truth of what you see in the mirror. Some people you inspire and others you trigger. Fighting in blind faith, led by the internal voice. You might not want to do it, but you don't have a choice.
I think it's a little bit of a self-reflection, right? You see yourself in the mirror. Some people you inspire and others you trigger. That's unfortunately bound to happen. I mean, just take like my YouTube channel, for example. Like, I'm probably going to make people mad at some point.
But who am I to tell anyone how to live their life? Your pain threshold will determine if you survive. I'm amazed by it. Lying to myself, pretending I was never faced by it. Maybe because you're in my DNA, that's why.
So we're getting something more familial. Who's this directed at? Do we know yet?
You made a promise to God to be there for your kids. You made a promise to give them a life you didn't live. My ego won't fully allow me to say that I miss you.
So not a sibling, it's a parent, definitely. You made a promise to God to be there for your kids.
A woman who hasn't confronted all her daddy issues. The day will come when you gotta find all the answers to your sins. Pressures of provider, feeling unhappy within. Or what kind of external family shit up on your plate. But I understand wanting and needing an escape. Too much unsaid, now the silence giving me headaches. Only through speech can we let go of all this dead weight.
This is dense. I mean, this is going deep into some really tough stuff. Some really tough. Like, we're talking about like the absence of a father and what that kind of does to a person.
Never thought my parents would give me my first heartbreak. Anxiety giving me irregular heart rate. Used to avoid getting into how I really feel about this. Now I see how fickle life can be, and so it can't wait. Should have been the person there to hold me on my dark days. It's easier to stargaze. I wish than be faced with this reality. Is you a sperm donor or a dad to me, and still.
This is so revealing, intimate too, because it's so personal that she like even put this out there.
How do you humanize your hero? Round here you're only respected if earned. Half-hearted sorries can't let your guard down. To get to Nirvana, where do you start out? Angry cause they don't meet your unrealistic standards. Then you realize that they're human and you calm down.
This album will need repeated listens.
Everything is a choice and anything can be said. Is you missing the point? Are you just hearing me vent? Or is you in understanding, knowing my words will connect? I keep you in my prayers cause life is short as we know. Every mistake you make should contribute to your growth. What you choose to avoid will probably come in your dreams. I'm not forgiven for you, man, I'm forgiven for me. And sometimes
this is nuts. It's crazy how she can really make such a huge impact in a single song. And she's done that with, like, all of these. I can't even say that. I was going to say that was one of the most in-depth Little Simz songs, but I don't even know if that's true because a lot of her songs are like that. For 5, Little Q Part 1.
I know we ain't spoken a while, and it seems like I only come when I need something. It ain't been an easy road, and I ain't angry the card you dealt me. I just pray that you make it all make sense one day, and let me feel like it's all worth it. Till then, strengthen me when I feel weak. Guide me when I gone astray.
I like this. Usually interludes are kind of whatever they're meant to be. But this is cool. This is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. It's very calming. Okay, and then we'll go straight into Little Q Part 2.
Grew up in the south side of that River Thames. Hard to think outside the box when you're stuck in the ends. I had dreams of many things as a youngin'. I was 14 when the streets offered tough loving. Older brother went to jail, daddy weren't around.
So we're going into even more depth about her life.
Choice now but to be the man of the house. If you're talking role models, nowhere to be seen. You can't fathom what I think till you been where I've been. PTSD from the roads, trouble was everywhere that I looked. Hard to avoid it even if I just kept my head in my books. Lived being angry my whole life like it's part of my DNA. I couldn't tell you why it became something that we embraced. And we take that same anger and turn it into someone else's pain. Nothing's changed here, the cycle still remains.
I don't think anger is like familial, right? That's not something that can like, be passed down. But I suppose if you grew up in that environment, it would in turn make you an angry person too.
Shit changed when I had a brief encounter with death. All the pearly gates open when that knife was in my chest. Not the mental scars, the physical's all you see. But
Excuse me? She got stabbed in the chest? Is this more on like a metaphorical level, or did she legit get stabbed in the chest?
the boy that stabbed me is just as damaged as me. I could have been the reflection that he hated. The part of
Okay, she didn't actually get stabbed in the chest.
him he wishes God didn't waste time creating. The broken homes in which we're coming from, but who's to blame when you're dealt the same cards from the system you're enslaved in? It's fucking mayhem. Imagine being in a hospital wired up to the machines. They told me I had been in the coma for 2 weeks. But time is an illusion. My mind told me I'm invincible, but my body reminded me I'm human.
There's so many quotables from this album. But time is illusion. My mind told me I'm invincible, but my body reminded me I'm human. I think earlier in Introvert, she said that she was a wordsmith.
This must have been written for people who came to read it, cause life gave me a second chance and many never see it. Q. We eat from a tree full of forbidden fruit.
Yeah, it's crazy that we're talking about such rough subjects and then just hear this, which sounds bright and hopeful. But I think a lot of this feeling from this album is hopeful. We're on to number 7, Gems Interlude. It sounds magical. It almost sounds like it should belong in like a Disney movie or something like that. I find it hard to listen to an interlude after I've initially heard it, but I feel like I would re-listen to this all the time.
Take your time. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Do you want 15 years or 15 minutes?
I'm trying to live up to the expectations, putting everything I can into what I create.
Like an inner monologue, I suppose, or like a guide or something like that.
I'm trying to be the best version of myself. I'm trying to be the greatest version of myself. I know I've got a lot to learn and I can be stuck in my ways, yes. But honestly, more time I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
But understand, you're human. Be proud. Your light will shine in the darkest hour.
This is super uplifting. I bet Little Simz listens to this all the time to just, like, reassure herself. I mean, that's probably why she made it, right? Like, she's gotta pump herself up. We're on to number 8, Speed.
Niggas wanna put me in a box. Niggas think they're coming from a spot. I could buy your life with no excuses if I had a penny for all the rappers that I influence. I know what I bring, though I ain't stupid. You should try that shit on someone that isn't being the truest.
Little Simz stunting on everybody else, right? Basically saying that she's the best, and she is.
Age 101, disturbing the peace. I think I'm gonna get worse, I see the blood on the leaves. Motherfuckers ain't ready for my steez.
think it's funny that she mentioned Kanye West, given, that I just came from Donda. I mean, the difference is just night and day. It's just two completely different sounds. I'm not saying that one is better than the other.
Do my thing then I dust. I don't linger for fun. Oh, you wish you could come. Wanna be my +1. Give a fuck about your style or the latest of trends. If you knew what it took just to get out the ends. Wanna stay where I stay. No, you owe me some rent. Still running with ease. Marathon, not sprint, nigga.
Because her work is way better than anybody that's dropping. It's better than Drake. It's better than Drake. 100-fold, it is better than Drake. I can already say that. Not too harsh on Drake's vibe, but it's Little Simz.
Still running with ease, marathon, not sprint.
Yeah, that was hard. We're on to number 9, Standing Ovation.
Why the desperate need for an applause? I'll wait. Is she the goal here? Well, it's safe to assume. Everybody panic when I step in the room, and I can feel that shit a mile off. Niggas is rapping about pieces. People are really dying, is that what's needed?
I like how confident she is.
People change when it's about personal gain. I stay in my lane cause I'm not done with these checks. Give me what I deserve and do not speak on the rest. Don't know what has occurred and do not aimlessly guess. It's a gift and a curse to be this pretty and blessed.
God dang, she is really stunting. I feel like she's grown into a peacock a bit, and she is just letting her feathers fly. And I think that the album cover, it expresses that perfectly to me.
Always knew this was my calling, but I'm here by choice and things change. Shit been dark for a minute time. Delirious, it's hard to function on this winter's time. Mouths to feed, my nigga. Scripts to read, my nigga. Double life living overseas, my nigga. Shit, left home for it.
Right, and so we're now talking about her filming the TV show. Scripts to read, and she's living a double life. She has music, and then she's also playing her character, right? Living a double life. That's awesome.
One day, nothing's more important than families where the love stays. Dealing with society's pressures is one thing, let alone all of the problems that funds bring, but no stress. Understand it comes with the process. I follow my intuition cause it knows best. I'm so used to getting it on my own, yes. I know my people want to see me win. I'll never let you down. Standing ovation for the one who's wearing the crown.
This is such a good look on her. This album is fantastic, and it's everything that I could have hoped for.
Take my energy, come to find there's nothing left of me. Went from being small town to becoming my own entity. Went from being broke as fuck and trying to find identity to buying the finer things and isolating memories. What is it I'm meant to be?
You're meant to be huge. You're meant to be big. And you probably know that. And yes, I'm talking directly to you, Little Simz.
I think I need a standing ovation. Over 10 years in the game, I'm impatient. God has always told me to be myself. Let go and free yourself. Tell the truth and shame Satan. Now I gotta pave the way for the next generation that's coming up under me, and I love to see it. Thought I was bluffing, didn't see it coming. Hold up, think this is cold, you ain't seen nothing. The glow up, all they discussing, but I won't let it distract me. Load the pen up, pocket back and get to busting.
She's blowing up. I think that's a really good transition, Speed into this, because this is a little bit more defined than Speed was, but Speed was basically saying that, hey, I'm really good at doing what I'm doing, and then this is, hey, I'm really good at doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to be continuing doing that for a while.
The good books you live with, the roomy quotes, the elder sisters, the tribal mantras, the jazz players, holistic doctors, spiritual teachers, doers and the doulas, the protectors and the rulers, the kids of the future, the immortal soldiers and the fearless protesters, the motivational speakers and the honest black leaders, the divine healers, the everyday low-paid believers, the overachievers in the shadow of the gatekeepers, came down to teach us.
There's so much to process with a Little Simz album. That's why she has the best albums of the year. We are on to number 10, I See You.
Would you take me as I am, overlook all my mistakes, don't correct me when I'm wrong, humble me, put me in my place? Would you be the one I come to when I'm needing an escape? Still be my biggest fan if I cancelled all my dates?
I like the softer side of her. It's interesting because I don't know how much I've actually heard her be this soft before.
Hope I'm seeing the real you, not a disguise. Know I like my time alone, but still don't wanna be lonely. Whisper in my ear and tell me you won't leave. Time flies, can't tell you how much we spent, cause I'm present in this moment, hope this feeling never
Never wake
ends.
up, something so special, we can let it go. With you, I'll never be alone.
And good for her, though. It seems that, yeah, she has found someone, right? You found somebody that gives her butterflies.
I'm planning for my future, I've been keeping you in mind. If we ever grow apart, hope our stars will realign. You know where you come from, you ain't forgotten. It's an honor to witness and watch you blossom. You want words of affirmation and I got them for you. No situation is
So she even knows that they want words of affirmation. A love language, right?
I'm speaking your love language, reading body language. Our connection requires a deeper understanding. Communication isn't always verbal,
Yep.
but energy transferred is universal.
I love what she's saying. That communication isn't always verbal. I definitely agree with that. You know, if you're, let's say you're occupying the same space with a person, but you're not necessarily talking, you can still feel the energy in the room and the comfortability of being with that person, you know? That doesn't mean things necessarily have to be said, but can be expressed through your body or just natural vibes. I don't know.
They talk about we put it into practice. Center each other, making sure nothing here can knock us off our axis. That's real companionship. You as sweet as molasses. Intelligence that's matched with beauty in all its facets. Here to see us going forwards and never backwards.
This is what you want to see in an artist. It's growth. But it's not only growth as an artist, it's growth as a person.
I'm hoping that I'll never wake up. Something so special, we can let it go. With you, I'll never be alone.
So far, each and every song has had its like own mood. We're on to number 11, The Rapper That Came to Tea.
What's a girl like you want in a place like this? You see, I've seen many come and go in my lifetime. Those that last have given up, made sacrifices to be here. Do you have the willingness to do the same? Food for thought, dear. Take it as you wish. The bravest of hearts can sometimes be the loneliest of souls.
You can't tell me that this doesn't sound like Disney. We are on to number 12, Rolling Stone.
Might be a brat for a bit. Fuck your blunt, man, I want my spliffs. Want my farm and I want my chicks. Want my suit tailored by Gucci. First class sushi booyah for the sushi.
I didn't expect kind of like another song of her basically just showing up and showing off.
Yeah, good flow, make you wanna dance all day like Alfonso. Wanna talk about peas, wanna talk about wage, but can you do the job though? I can't vouch for a man that ain't got a talent and business combo.
Nobody does it better than her. This feels really good. This feels really good. When other rappers try and do this, it is not this successful. I will tell you that, and it's not done like this.
My niggas got me if I ever need that. Still, there's things I'm faced with. Storms ain't lying, man, it's fools audacious. Might demonstrate frustration, trying to keep cool, but I'm losing patience. No cap, we hate snakes and we hate rats.
Awesome shout out to Stormzy, who had a brilliant album. It was really impactful too for a lot of UK people. I know that.
Mommy handled business, Papa was a rolling stone. I'm a mix of both, there ain't no bitch boy in my bones. Fucking up, looking like the future got you fearing the unknown. I got stories regarding your bitch I won't disclose. Picture perfect, nothing picture perfect, here I know.
I love that kind of shift in the halfway point of that song. It's brilliant. It's really smart. And it's effective. She sounds tough.
I'm probably the reason why your bosses had to resign.
Yeah.
Niggas follow my step, read about me like I'm Eli. I just book a flight only to land and have some me time.
Yeah.
Let me be on.
The words she chooses is so specific. It's so smart. It's not something that's so simple. I'd be afraid of her. I'd be afraid of her if I was any other rapper.
Pull up at your spot, they're throwing roses at my feet. Yeah. Fuck you mean in the presence of a queen, bad bitch. Say that she wanna know what's underneath. I could show you things in private. No, I hate to cause a scene. Yeah, range black just to match the color of my skin. Last year, pen was crazy. This year, tougher with the ink. Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever really heard her this like dominant before, because this is dominant. Maybe Dead Bodies. Maybe Dead Bodies, actually. Or Venom. Okay, you know what? She's been dominant before. We're on to number 13, Protect My Energy.
That's why I love being alone. Don't call me. I don't wanna speak.
Like, this is another case of the song sounding like really upbeat and really funky and kind of groovy, right? But the lyrics don't reflect that.
I don't need your sympathy. Internal guidance is all that I seek. Don't disturb my inner peace.
Right, like the lyrics are kind of dark. They're kind of dark. I'm so guarded, heart is like a stone, protecting what's into me. I hate to be controlled. Think of what you say to me. Total silence is my therapy. I don't need your sympathy. It's a lot deeper than like what the shell of the song sounds like.
Rather be alone, not only one step from me slowly. Rather be alone, not only one step from me slowly.
So is that her voice? Is that her voice? For people that know Little Simz.
I got problems, but I'm not fucking weak.
We are on to number 14, Never Make Promises interlude.
Never make promises, never make promises, nothing ain't promised at all. Oh, never make promises, never make, oh, never make promises at all.
Not as uplifting as some of the other interludes. We're on to number 15, Point and Kill.
I do what I want, I do what I like, I know watch face, I know fear nobody. Nobody.
Remember when I was talking about bass and how it would probably be later on in the album?
You can't stop me. Hey!
Family no go so far, oh, in my lifetime. They be fine, doing proper, no lie, give me strength, let me prosper. Daddy say he want me to be lawyer, I be doctor, riff raff, kitty gun, window shopper. Oh yeah, fine boy, take away auntie, bougie, ile, oh I fancy when I see a type.
Point and kill.
My face hurts just because of the stank that is just emanating from the song.
Can't stop me.
I do as I want, I do as I like. I no watch face, I no fear nobody. Said I do as I want, I do as I like. I no watch face, I no fear nobody. No fear nobody.
Yeah, so she's kind of singing there, and she sounds fantastic. And it fits in perfectly with the song.
Smooth travel, never stalking custom. That's in any city, you can come and see it with me. Reality will hit you, cause not everywhere's pretty. But for now, bring the Nara, come gimme. Can't stop greatness, what's the point in trying hard not to recognize all this pressure we applying? Tell my people, rise up, can never be silenced. You think we're apologetic, I think we're defiant. Mommy say I gotta be a go-getter. Got the devil trying to tempt me, but I know better.
And the beginning, I was curious as to how she would tackle this, because to me, I wouldn't know where to begin with like trying to rap over this.
Bang, bang, kill. Bang, bang, kill.
They're fantastic. I love them. I love them. I love that vibe.
You can't stop me, oh, you can't stop me. Bang, bang, kill. You can't stop me, oh, you can't stop me. Bang, bang, kill. You can't stop me, oh, you can't stop me. Bang, bang, kill. You can't stop me, oh, you can't stop me.
Okay, we're on to number 16, Fear No Man.
Rose petal, mommy rose to be rose gold. I just demonstrate greatness they cannot show. No new friends can't be welcomed in my section. See that little zone there, that's a no-go. Tell me who you know, floating on the beat like this. You can't not respect it, I ain't asking you to like this. You can always trust, I'll give you something here to vibe with. Heads turn when I pull out looking stylish. Ain't your tip.
I feel like this is a really natural transition from the last song because I feel like the energy of that bass kind of carried on into this and gives it kind of like a tropical feel. Yeah, I love this kind of energy. To me, this is so bright and so pretty. It's really interesting to contrast this to Gray Area.
Get the help around me, I ain't playing. Sure, I've been a bad breed, I'm my dad's seed. Eyes low, mad lean, blame it on the green. Got a wealth of knowledge, you should listen when I speak.
Interesting that there is so much emphasis on her dad in this album. True, I've been a bad breed, I'm my dad's seed, right? And we've talked about how her dad was a Rolling Stone, and basically all of I Love You, I Hate You was in detail with her and her father.
Coming for it all, I'd be a fool if I just settle. The spirit guiding me won't see me dancing with the devil. Cause
It's interesting to see maybe some insecure parts about her throughout this album, but then see things like this that are so powerful. Like, she is so strong, and she's so huge, especially with songs like Rolling Stone and Speed.
I get what I want when I want it. More time, I don't even want it, to be honest. To you, my life like a movie on steroids, but to me, it's just another day at the office. Put my mom on the cover of a GQ.
Was she on GQ? I need to find that cover, actually, because if so, I would love to have that.
But I'm Little Simz, I forgot. Tell them don't be on me looking for a win. Push me, I'ma go 6%, know what I'm saying? Don't get me irate, ain't no stopping God's plan. Everybody bleeds red, so I fear no man.
This is kind of just like a pure track. I like this. I like this a lot. Concentrated this album seems to be. It's pretty concise. It's pretty concise. We are on to number 17, The Garden Interlude.
You see, Simbi, your decisions don't just affect you. Your first love often blinds you. To be loved is to be held. How many do you believe have felt your presence when needed the most?
I'm sure a lot. I'm sure a lot of people probably look up to her. If not then now. Definitely now, with songs like Introvert and Woman.
Trust your intuition, but get out of your head. Masking your emotions is a weakness. It's a kindness to let people in. Humble pie is often the hardest to swallow. Be your best friend and not your worst enemy.
This is really hitting home for me. I feel that. I definitely feel the part about, like, masking your emotions is a weakness. I get that. On the outside, you're like a rough exterior, right? That can't be hurt or chipped away, but on the inside you're probably hurting.
Water your seeds. Give your garden the love it needs.
Okay, so we're on to number 18. How did you get here?
How did you get? How did you get? How did you get? How did you get here?
How the hell did I get here? Sometimes I sit and I wonder. I'm the version of me I always imagined when I was younger.
Good.
All the doubt I had thrown at me, all the time I invested. I sit and read my old lyric books like damn, it must have been destined.
Okay, so we're learning kind of a lot about her childhood and I guess her grow up and how she worked as an artist from a really early age.
Slacking in my schoolwork, didn't care much. Sisters are getting on to me, but trust me, this music thing is my prophecy. I didn't need
That's exactly what it is.
to convince them, cause they saw it all from just watching me. Now I got them on side, confidence rises, there ain't no stopping me. I'm unstoppable, got a strong head on my shoulders, and being good hearted don't cost it all. Times I thought I had lost it all when I ain't even have shit to my name. Studio runs on foot, trekking through the rain, made me into what I became. All I wanted to be around was like-minded people on the same page, and I found that in space age.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I love to see something like this, a song like this, after learning about a lot of the hardships that she went through with her family and growing up, and people like stabbing her in the back.
Back then we never had a penny, but it didn't matter to us because our soul was nourished. Shooting music videos in Chuck's garden with no budget. Came up with some real ones. All the talent we had to harvest. We didn't always see eye to eye, but they always had my back regardless. I didn't need drums to follow the rhythm. Couldn't have planned this, it was just written. Many dreams I'm sitting on. I made up of the same stars that I wish upon. Times of
I don't need drums to follow the rhythm. She has a voice. She has a voice and she has a flow, and she can go. She can just go. She doesn't need it. It's incredible.
thought that my prayers weren't getting answered, but boy was I wrong. All it took was me knowing I'm meant to be here. It's where I belong, it's where I belong, yeah. And sometimes I forget, but I have to think back and remind myself of the journey. It's been a beautiful one. I sit and listen to my old shit like damn, all it took was patience.
I love that. Looking back at your older work is always fun. I mean, I can even say that people that have worked on something for a while and then you like see like a video proof of where you've came from, it's incredible to see the journey and know that you've been through that journey.
Story over the glory, other paths that weren't for me. Wasn't much of an academic or road invested or sporty. Made the most of all I was blessed with the tools in my inventory. Things the teachers don't teach you, and now the student might lead you. If you want to leave the class and you're free to. Everything here's subjective. If you stand where we're standing, you might understand the perspective.
It takes a lot of hard work and effort, yeah. But, you know, with time, you'll grow. I mean, look at Little Simz. She's been at it for 10 years, she said, and she has gotten here. She's gotten here. She's gotten so much recognition. She makes, in my opinion, some of the best work that's being put out right now.
Us and them, but we worlds apart. Nothing in life comes easy, and you work twice as hard because you black. Used to think mom exaggerated till the world showed me it's fact. Still it's mine for the taking. Lock the door.
Yeah, I can't imagine how hard she's pushed and worked for this. You know, especially bringing like race into it, right? Because there's one thing being a woman, but then another thing that you're black. You're going up against the odds.
Doors we breaking. Still got love for them non-believers. They're the ones that said we won't make it. Everything you want is out there waiting for you to take it. The key is to have faith in your dreams and never stop chasing, and you'll make it. Trust.
How did you get?
All it was perseverance, pushing, never giving up. They built them walls so high up and we tore them down.
When you fall down, you have to get up twice as hard. I definitely really resonate with that. I'm definitely a hard worker. I will fall down 1,000 times. I will make 1,000 mistakes, but I will learn from those mistakes and work even harder to be better.
They told us no, we said yes. It's okay. Some get it, some don't.
It didn't take you long to get here.
But we keep pushing on.
How did you believe you would get here?
And in times of doubt,
You didn't sell your soul, but you held on.
always.
How did you believe you would get here?
Sims.
And with that, we are on to the last track of the album, Misunderstood.
I told you give it up and you never believe me. Your obsession with me has been your Achilles heel. Feelings equals weakness and that's why you bury yours. Understand you were just a vessel for the Lord. Lying hard, don't you feel these blessings in your pores?
Don't stop.
This is an interesting closer so far.
For many days and for many nights I just couldn't fathom all the fate stuff. Eyes wide open to fate love, cause no one's checking for you when you got it bad and you're in the worst, lowest place, still can never crash. Strong women bounce back and secure bags.
This whole album has been kind of like a huge reflection on herself, right? But almost this one especially. It's interesting that this is the last one, and I keep on saying that, but it's because we've come through a lot in this. You know, we've talked about like hyping ourselves up, and then we're kind of met with this ultimate feeling of kind of dread.
When it comes to family, see now you testing me. You want my everything until there's nothing left of me. I just wanted you to call me saying, hey sis, how's your day been? How's your love life? Are you dating? Oh, he fucked up, yo, I had the same thing. But there's a bigger picture, God is painting. It's hard mixing family and business. I really wanted it to work and God is my witness.
That's really unfortunate. So this kind of section is talking about her sister and her relationship with that, and her working, you know, on her business, on music, right? And not getting in the way of family.
Misunderstood. You're misunderstood. Don't stop. I can feel your pain. I can see your tears. So misunderstood. You're misunderstood.
You know what? I actually do kind of like that as a closer, because I feel like it connects the whole kind of family theme we got a lot in this album, you know, like with her and her dad. That was definitely a theme as well, as being introverted, right? I think this whole thing has been so connected, and that's what her albums are. It's just a lot of cohesion. That's what Gray Area was. That's what this is. It's brilliant. It's really brilliant, but it needs another listen because it's huge. It's massive. It's got a lot of text. It's got a lot of meaning behind it. Absolutely beautiful. This is probably this is probably my album of the year. Maybe this or Tyler, the Creator, because that was a good album too. But this is it's really good. I'm gonna end the video there. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.